He didn't answer. How could I have known?
You called the police. There was nothing more you could do. That's not your fault.
What should I have done?
You tried everything.
Are you sure? Yes, I did everything I could. You're right. What do you want to know?
About the parking garage.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes, using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Yes, please. Suppose I could ask him about the Moore family, but I'm just gonna leave.
Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. You can count on us.
I'm assuming it's either one of the 3 characters we already play, or one of the characters we've already met. I got a willpower for doing that. I don't like following these notes, but ugh. Go into the kitchen and dining area to the right of Ethan Adams. Following very specific notes. Apparently, in the far corner of the kitchen, there's a garbage chute you need to open.
Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry.
Oh, there are bloodstains on the garbage chute.
It's important to know that, apparently. And then this door is locked, but because we've got the card, we can just go through. That was the that was the camera clipping on the door then. Says head up the stairs. How specific are my notes? Not as specific as you'd think. I have no spoilers for what's going on. I just have notes that map progress just in case the game crashes and wipes your save file. Find the knocked over plant pot. Head in here.
I've never been in this part of the apartment before.
Take the coin from the table on your right. An old coin. Look at the bag on the bed. Let's read that. Confidential file. Beryl Underwood dash hash 292-2019 or 2019. Dear Madame, Beryl Underwood is a particularly challenging subject in that he knows far more about finance than I do. He sees me as a mere subordinate and is highly suspicious of me. He most certainly uses extreme secure networks for his unusual business, and he would be wrong to do without them. Since I've worked for him, Mr. Underwood has regularly approached me about his interests in the sugar industry. His ability to project into the future is impressive. All of his actions are well thought out, and I have never seen him make a mistake. In addition to intensive lobbying in developed countries, his recent financial operations reveal a shrewd intensification of his operations in BRICS countries. A number of people close to power in Brazil, India, and South America in particular have received financial and in-kind donations, cars, villas, jewelry, etc., through shell companies or trusted intermediaries. I see this as an effective way of asserting his control over production in critical areas while covering his tracks very neatly. More recently, God, I get a really sore throat recording this game. It's so much reading. More recently, he asked me to invest massively in media and universities in order to fight back against research and publications demonstrating the harmfulness of sugar in the human diet. He has indirectly taken control of several national television channels in southern European and African countries to broadcast counter-propaganda. He has also placed some assets in the Indian audiovisual industry, I imagine with the same goal in mind. He did not hesitate to support several private laboratories in charge of demonstrating the responsibility of other elements in the development of cancers, such as saturated fats. It was a brilliant idea. This field is currently rapidly expanding and should be the subject of future investments as the initial results appear promising. Please find enclosed... I hope this all comes together somehow. Please find enclosed statements allowing you to confirm my observations on these matters for yourself.
Beryl, will you ever change?
For several years now, I have noted connections with armed militia intermediaries in South America. I don't know much about this, and I would be wary of questioning Mr. Underwood about it, but it's safe to speculate that it is a question of destabilizing local governments that are hostile to the presence of the companies he controls. He's Nestle. All of this demonstrates that he not only has a natural instinct for finance, but also a very deep understanding of the related geopolitical issues. Beryl Underwood is the Kasparov of business, always several steps ahead. This makes him particularly difficult to read, even for me, your eternal servant, J. Moore. Suspicion. Suspicious items. Some items and documents are a threat to the Masquerade if they are left in enemy hands. Make sure you recover them or destroy them. Otherwise the suspicion level will increase. Item collected. Report about Beryl Underwood. Suspicion. Suspicious item removed.
I understand better now. The prince asked more for a complete report on the members of the Primogen.
I like Caleb's quite snooty voice, actually. There's a car key on the other side of the bag. Thank you. Fucking hidden object game this is. Head to the other side of the bed and go through his phone. Consult.
A cell phone. Locked, of course.
Oh, that's a fun puzzle. Do I? Yeah, I do. Hold down X. Spell out. Did the safe code change again? Yeah, it's June's date of birth this time. 333. Don't wait up for me tonight, sweetie. As always. We're going to the movies. Maybe we'll get back then. Yeah, or at lunch. I left a post-it in your planner. Did you see it? Yeah, but you already told me that yesterday, sweetheart. I forgot the reference for the curtains. Can you send it to me? Yes, tomorrow morning. It's gorgeous out, I'm sure. We miss you. Despite the house on the beach, yes, despite that. Pick up Lydia. Don't do it from far away like that. I need to calm down. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Ah, we are going backwards in time. Come on, pick up. No, Jason. Now I'm thinking I'm going to have to tell June, just like every time. This is the third time you've bailed on us since Christmas, and I can't take it anymore. This house is for the three of us. Lots of my mum can watch June there. See you tomorrow. I love you. June is admitted to the French school in Boston. She's jumping all over. Awesome. You didn't come home last night? No, but tonight, yes. I'm looking forward to it. Where are you? It's 1 a.m. Lydia, we can talk, but call me. I get it, okay. June cried this morning because you weren't here. What's going on? I don't know what you did, but don't we have to talk about it when you get home? But don't we have to talk about it when you get home if you want? Call me. Oh, fuck off. Sorry, I'm updating my notes as I go. Beryl Underwood, call back. It's horrible. You can see what feature I'm selecting.
Lydia was killed. It's not pretty.
You know what you have to do? We know where to find your daughter. Error, invalid number.
Dad, thank you, thank you, thank you. The man you sent to pick me up from school told me I was going to see Mommy, and I'm so happy. And sorry about yesterday, okay? I'm so happy. Thanks, Dad. You're gonna come join us this time, right? XOXOXOXOXO.
That was from June on Monday.
Good evening, Jason. I need you tomorrow night at Nakatomi Plaza. We are getting the family together, and I would like to tell them about our agricultural and food business plan. Round up the numbers and bring them with you. Obviously, this invitation cannot be refused. B.
Nakatomi Plaza.
Jason, my cousins didn't show up after all. Stay home if you haven't left, or meet me at Hazel's house if you want. Call me back and tell me where you are.
Okay. Now, I have to turn around. There's a lot of death here. And go to Jason's office. Can I not run? Like, isn't there a run button? Like, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I should be able to run, right? To you too, cunt.
This is where I met Moore for the first time.
There should be a coin here. And in the drawer of this desk should be a key. Boot this.
A safe. Now we just have to find the code.
Where are you? You didn't answer my call. I left you a message. We need you tonight. Let me know. B. Need files. Jason, I'm being asked for files that you should have sent a week ago. I don't know what's going on, but send them over. Booking confirmation. Heavy jet chartered for a Boston-Hong Kong trip, September the 5th. Right. I have the code already via the power of very, very subtle editing. Obviously. Sorry, by the way, my notes say the code should be obvious here. It doesn't say what the code is, but the code is obviously going to be some combination of 0, 9, 4, and 1. And it's what? It says 6 number combination. 4, 1, 0, 9, 0, 1. Enter. Wrong code. Okay. Well, did you spot the edit, kids? Because there was an edit. 0, 9, 1, 1.
A thank you letter from Fortress Security. After the installation of a system for more. Maybe he kept it for reference.
Fortress Security, 33 West St. Boston. Dear Mr. Moore, thank you for choosing us. We hope you are satisfied with our services. Don't forget to change your password every 6 months or after each emergency use. In case of technical issues, our service department is available Monday to Friday from 8 till 8. Confidential file, Richard Dunham. Dear Madame, Richard Dunham is rather easy to understand in light of his financial transactions. Dr. Dunham is almost entirely dedicated to his research. On this matter, you have nothing to fear from the investments he has made. They are in strict compliance with the specifications that you set out. Most of my work consists of setting up and dismantling financing networks to prevent any traceability. I love that. I've got so many answers in these notes, and then it's like the code should be obvious. I don't know how well I edited that, but we were there for a little while. It should be noted that his needs are growing, which is tied to the expansion of the scope of his experiments following his recent breakthroughs, at least from what he tells me. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to give an opinion on this point, but from a purely financial point of view, the results are not there for the moment. However, I have high hopes for the markets that are sure to develop in the near future as a result of your drive. Please keep in mind that the investments that have been made are colossal. Other than that, Dr. Dunham does not get involved in the management of his affairs as long as the sums he requests reach him quickly. However, he instructed me to inject resources into private institutions for individuals suffering from psychological issues. I believe he would like to keep an eye on his most interesting cases. He also created a research laboratory that specializes in hypnosis. Its existence is highly confidential. I find this text hard to read at the edges on the bottom there, where it's kind of going with the silver of the safe container, the metal. The white text on top of it is hurting my brain to read. I'm actually having a problem reading a lot of the text in this, just because of the way that it is. I believe he would like to keep an eye on his most interesting cases. He also created a research laboratory that specializes in hypnosis. Its existence is highly confidential, as there have not been any major advances. However, as he is not want to give up on an idea, he regularly asks me to increase the financial support for this organization. You'll find documents that support my analysis enclosed.
There was a lot of money involved.
Finally,
We're not going to get a return on our investment anytime soon.
Finally, I recently took the liberty of creating Voncroft Holding to collect the income from his activities and invest it in reliable areas. However, I must admit that the profits are lower than expected to date. An institution like Boston's Red Salon, in particular, with its undeniable success, receives the support of many eminent members of your organization, and yet this is not reflected in the salon's accounts. As Dr. Dunham is rather secretive on this point, and Mr. Underwood has recently taken over management of the venue, I do not have access to enough elements to substantiate my allegations. However, while my forecasts are not always 100% accurate, they cannot be so far removed from the reality of the situation. The only conclusion that can be drawn from this is that capital is disappearing without my knowledge. I recommend a thorough investigation of the Red Salon to shine light on this major issue.
A thank you letter from Fortress Security. After the installation of a system for more. Maybe he kept it for reference.
Looking for the tiny little prompt. Head to the other end of the office.
Human logic is beyond me. What's the point in doing that?
I could eat that, man. I'm not going to. Safe zone. Moore's archives. Confidential file. Dejan Siaka. 2019. Dear Madame, Dejan Siaka is not the most active member of your Primogen. He is also not very interested in accounting either, so he lets me manage his small fortune as I see fit. He regularly comes to me to launder the money he receives from his numerous deals in occult objects. As the amounts are relatively insignificant, this has never been a problem for me. After relying on your generosity for a long time, he has now amassed enough money to get by on his own, despite his erratic financial habits. For this reason, I recommend that you save a substantial amount of money by ceasing your contributions to him. Of course, if this is a means to ensure his loyalty, I will let you be the judge of whether or not this is a good idea. Mr. Siaka is what we call in the business a cash cow, although he describes himself as a collector. He spends his money freely on things that are important to him without any real consideration for the profit he could derive from them. In addition to the occult activities, occult objects, and ancient works that are rather difficult to transport discreetly, he is particularly fond of acquiring the instruments of musicians he admires, mainly jazz legends. He is not much of a negotiator, and although I have repeatedly offered to have professionals help him negotiate the best terms, for some reason he prefers to do it himself. He sees me as a simple accountant, though this is not to his advantage. I believe he doesn't like people like me. Do note that he regularly asks me to invest in voodoo groups in Louisiana. At a complete loss, I try to dissuade him, but he seems to be bent on continuing in this way. He will find the complete list of operations attached.
Dejan, are you making plans in case things go south?
I'd also
are you planning to leave us?
I would also like to draw your attention to the fact that Mr. Siaka recently invested in property near Salem. Apartments, warehouses, garages, the same type of properties and sizes as the property he currently owns in Boston. It would appear that he intends to establish a secondary residence. Your eternal servant, J. Moore.
An auction. Acquisition of Lot 87. Dejan Siaka. A trumpet belonging to Don Ellis.
Just random jazz shit, I guess. If I get hungry, I can come down here and eat some.
I should put some money on that. I should put some money on that. Officer Baker, can I help you?
Got something?
I'm looking. Hell of a night. I sure wasn't expecting this when I took the call.
Just tell me about it.
We got the call around 2:20. The caretaker had called because a resident was injured. It took us about 20 minutes to get here. The poor guy was in a panic. He told us he'd seen one of the tenants, Jason Moore, enter the building, and he looked hurt. He was being held up by his 2 bodyguards, and he was bleeding a lot.
Let him keep talking.
So I went upstairs with the caretaker. We saw blood in the elevator and on the landing. I rang the doorbell, but nobody answered.
Why are we
the
getting black
caretaker
screen?
opened the door. I identified myself. There were traces of blood leading down the hall away from the entrance, and just after that, I found the decapitated body.
What did you do next?
Then what did you do?
I called for backup. They told me that forensics would get here as soon as they could. They were out at another case. That was their top priority.
After that,
I secured the entrance to the apartment.
Keep going.
After that, I searched the ground floor. There was nobody around. But from the looks of
We've
things,
gone black again.
somebody searched the apartment.
It's cutting to
When
another
Sergeant
angle that we
Lehane got
can't
here,
see.
She took care of upstairs. It's a good thing, too, because it took everyone else another 15 minutes to get here. She didn't find anyone there.
so there's no sign of the family then.
Nothing. The place is empty.
Right. Do we know where Moore was coming from?
Any leads on what happened before that? When Moore got here, he was injured, right?
We're on it. We're still piecing together
What camera
a
angle
timeline.
is this?
I wonder if this case is connected to the massacre downtown. But what I just don't understand is, where was he going?
What do you mean?
Well, in Moore's bedroom, there's a suitcase that's packed, and an outfit laid out on the bed. Like he was going to get dressed.
And?
But he didn't get dressed. There were no clothes for his wife or daughter either. If you ask me,
There's a
he
go
was
bag.
going to leave alone.
Seems like he's got something on his mind. Time to go. We could try it, but I'm not going to focus it. Let's see. We got a 37% chance of success here. This is a dice roll. If I spend any more willpower, I won't have any more willpower left. Let's just go for it. Seems like he's got something on his mind. Dice roll. Tie. Ah!
That's it?
Oh yeah, the guys in the parking lot said they saw one of Moore's cars leave after he came home. Hey, do you think the wife was in cahoots with one of the bodyguards to get rid of the husband?
What do you mean?
I'm listening.
Well, a lot of times in cases like these, it's the spouse who did it.
Oh, you're full of
What
shit.
if the wife was having an affair with one of the bodyguards? She packs up her and her daughter's stuff while her lover lures the husband into a trap somewhere.
Where is that
For
camera
some
angle?
reason, things don't go according to plan. He comes home injured and figures out what's going on. He attacks his wife, and the bodyguard kills him to protect her with whatever he happens to find. Makes sense, doesn't it?
No.
I think you've been watching a little too much TV.
Okay. Descend down, yeah.
It was my greatest pleasure before.
Smoking.
Now everything tastes like ashes.
Yeah, you can't really smoke anymore now you're a vampire. Is it this way? No, this is the ET zone. I could eat that guy. Is it there? I know where I'm going, I just don't know the layout of this place because I'm blind as shit. That is not where I thought it was. Oh, is that it? We pointed it out earlier. There's this headless body. Observe. We saw a massive... Do I jump cut? Is there no way to walk faster? There's a way to instant... There is! Okay. It's tap circle, kids. It's tap circle. Tap circle makes us jog. I am so sorry. I'm gonna throw up. No, you're not, mate. I'm looking for that elevator. Was it upstairs? No, this is it, isn't it? No, this is the wrong one. I don't want to leave until I've investigated. We got the card to use the elevator, right? And go to the thingy. So that's... throw up. No, you're not. That's the elevator. Right? Well, if it's not, I'm fucked.
Can you take a look at the cards, please?
I'll run the plates.
Hey, mister. You can't go into the parking garage. It's a crime scene.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hi. Officer Norton. Hey, they didn't tell me you were coming down.
Got something?
Wyatt saw Moore leave at 2:25.
Wyatt?
The parking attendant. Part security guard, part valet. Anyway, a car that belonged to the victim left in a hurry. Or at least he thought it was Moore, until he found out he got his head cut off. There's skid marks on the ground and signs of a minor accident at the exit. He must have really been in a hurry.
What?
He?
What?
You said he must have been in a hurry.
Yeah.
You're saying it was a man.
Oh, no. It just slipped out without thinking. It could have been a woman. Do you think it was the murderer?
We're not sure of anything at this point. I've got a few questions.
What about the witness?
Where's the witness?
Wyatt? He's in the security booth over there. He's super nice. I don't think you'll need to question him again.
Okay, and then just leave this dude.
Let me know if you have any other questions.
And then head over here.
Did you find anything?
Nothing yet.
Confidential file, Hilda McAndrews. Dear Madame, although she is not directly involved in the world of finance, Hilda McAndrews has a keen instinct for leveraging her assets. She knows exactly what she wants and how to get it, which makes our interactions quite simple. Her business as an art dealer is fairly conventional, but the scope of her dealings is vaster than with any of my other clients. Ms. McAndrews has made it clear that she wishes to differentiate her personal acquisitions, which she keeps in her private collection, from the pieces she acquires for investment purposes. On this matter, I admit I am impressed by her knowledge of the field. She very rarely makes transactions at a loss, and when she does, the loss is immediately compensated by a true masterstroke. She leaves nothing to chance, which is reassuring for an asset manager, especially when dealing with such large amounts. The rest of her day-to-day transactions reflect the usual lifestyle of a person of her rank within your prestigious organisation. There isn't much to report in that regard. Ms. McAndrews likes nice things, and this is reflected in her expenditures. With regard to the Roseman Society, her foundation, Miss McAndrews prefers to be in charge of every single transaction. There is no question of my putting trusted managers in charge of it. The only leeway I am given is with regard to the purely financial side of it, which she does not concern herself with. The Foundation's activities are entirely focused on art, grants to schools throughout the world, holding conferences and exhibitions in major cultural centres, donations to charitable organisations, residencies, competitions. Although it is not well known to the public, the Roseman Society is a major player in the art world. This naturally requires significant financial power, which is why the Foundation is courting the world's greatest fortunes and companies who seek recognition or just want to burnish their image. There are also some quid pro quos in exchange, of course, such as works of art by up-and-coming artists donated for free, or invitations to charity galas that give good press. Recently, even Mr. Beryl Underwood was approached by Miss McAndrews to stimulate financial contributions to the Foundation. They seem to have set up an organisation that deals in art trafficking. I have enclosed all the documents needed to confirm these activities.
For everything, even her eventual end.
There's one particular issue that requires your attention. Miss McAndrews has asked me to draw up a sort of will for her. I was surprised by the request in and of itself. I am not a lawyer and I have no experience in drafting this sort of document, and given your longevity, I was under the impression that inheritances were not a concern that preoccupied you. It's a diplomatic way to put it. However, this was not the question I wanted to draw your attention to. Rather, I wanted you to be aware of the identity of the beneficiary of most of Miss McAndrews' property. Her belongings are to be bequeathed to a certain M.M. Lewis, whom I do not have the pleasure of having met, but who, it would appear, is relatively little involved in your court. It seems to me that there is a risk of having so many assets removed from your circle of influence. If Miss McAndrews were to pass away, I recommend the utmost vigilance on this matter. Your eternal servant, J. Moore. Okay.
Interesting.
A little bit of crime scene investigation as well as everything else, man.
Still looking.
Observe tracks. Oh, there's another safe room.
Even access to the trash is restricted here.
Wyatt, you weren't here and I haven't been able to get into the trash cans again. Would it kill you to leave the door open? Some of us have work to do.
Can't be forced.
Right, so we need to get the cat. The. Can you run, please? Thank you. Now let's head into the security office.
Hello, Mr. Missouri.
You must be mistaken. I'm Smith, Agent Smith.
Yeah, sure.
Do I know you?
Everyone knows who you are.
Okay.
In the years you've been hunting us, you've acquired a hell of a reputation among our kind. I didn't know you would come. I'm not looking for any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just who the hell are you?
Me? I'm nobody.
Dude, you made yourself stand out.
Wyatt Alvarez. I was embraced 5 years ago.
A thin blood. I spent years hunting them when Quentin King ruled Boston.
Unfortunately for me, the blood of my sire was already weak. So I can still catch glimpses of the sun, but I don't have actual powers.
Okay.